to get ready for dinner. Tonight's dinner is super easy and simple. About 2 weeks ago, Albertsons had deli fried chicken on sale for $4.99, an 8-piece meal. So I got all 8 pieces. I brought it home. We enjoyed 3 pieces for dinner that night, and then I reserved 5 pieces in the freezer for another night, and that's tonight because I'm tired and cooking 3 meals a day. By Thursday, I've had it. I need a little bit of break on Thursdays sometimes. So we've got our fried chicken. We're going to make a little bit of a sauce to make it extra special. And what else are we going to have? We're going to have instant mashed potatoes, but we're going to make those a little bit special too. And then we're going to have a medley of mixed vegetables. And in here, I've got the rest of our onion that was a little bit on the wonky side yesterday, so I took off all the bad parts, and we're going to use this up today in our mixed vegetables. We've also got what remained of our green beans that we got at Smart and Final for $1.49, so we're going to finish those up. Kind of I clean out the refrigerator medley of vegetables, and then I'm also going to use 1 can of sweet corn. This I got on sale, I believe, for 60 cents. So we've got all of our vegetables in here, and then we're going to season them because seasoned vegetables are always better. I'm going to put my fried chicken that I got at the Albertsons Deli, and I've got a breast, a thigh, 2 wings, and a leg. And it's on a little piece of parchment paper. And this little tiny sheet is so cute. It fits in my Easy Bake Oven. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to pop this in here because I want it to half cook while we make our sauce. And we're going to make our sauce and then put the sauce on top of the chicken, put the chicken back into the Easy Bake Oven to fully cook all the way. It's already cooked, to fully heat through all the way with the sauce and make it into a brand new dish. So I wouldn't call it a leftover, but we're definitely giving it a makeover. Let's go ahead and take a look at the things that I have here. So I have this little tiny cute dish. It's adorable. I have some barbecue sauce, and I'm going to put some barbecue sauce in this little tiny cute dish. I don't know, maybe 2 tablespoons. And to that, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of this buffalo wing sauce. It's the hot. Use the mild if you need to. And I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons in there as well. Okay. And I'm also going to put 2 tablespoons of raw honey in there. So it's equal parts. That's what works for me. But you can certainly taste it, figure out, is that right for you? That's the important part. Is that right for you? Because we can take it much hotter than most people, but we are used to a lot of spicy food and a lot of Mexican food, and we like it hotter. So make it to the desired heat of your palate or of your children's palate. If I had kids, I probably wouldn't do as much wing sauce. I probably would do a little bit more barbecue sauce and a little bit more of the honey. But that's, whatever suits your palate. And like all my sauces, I like to get my toothpicks out, make sure that it does suit me. That's delicious. And I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of granulated garlic in there. And I mean just basically a sprinkle. It really doesn't need anything at all. That is super tasty. And I will brush this on our reheated chicken and then put that back in there to just crisp up a little bit. It'll be delicious. somewhat reminiscent maybe of a Nashville hot. Okay. Super good. Super easy. That sauce came together really well. And like I said, it will make the chicken like a whole new meal. And there's nothing wrong with that when it comes to leftovers. So I think this is super pretty vegetable side. And it's the corn, it's the onion. Oh, there's bell pepper in there too because I had a little tiny bit in a bag in the freezer. And I just really wanted to get that out of there because tomorrow is Friday. And I am hoping that I get to go to Food City to get my bell peppers that are on sale. So needed to make a little room in the freezer. But I've got that all in there. And to that, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of butter. I don't know about that much. Maybe that's a tablespoon and a half. Maybe. And then I'm going to add the Tony Chachere Creole seasoning. Hello. Mouth catch up with brain. Or vice versa. And I am going to give this a pretty liberal spread on here. A little shaky shake. Okay. So we've given that a generous sprinkle. That's quite a lot of veg. And I'll just go ahead and set that back. We're going to microwave this for 7 minutes. Not 6 today, but 7 because we've got so much veg in there. Now I've somewhat pre-prepared my instant mashed potatoes. I've added water. I've added milk. I've added a bit of ranch dressing because when I made Andrew's lunch, I gave him a side of ranch dressing for dipping. He decided that he did not want it and did not want to dip. And so it's been hanging out in my refrigerator, driving me crazy because I'm afraid I'm going to spill it. And there's nothing worse than having to clean up a spill in the refrigerator. So now I'm going to add, again, maybe a tablespoon and a half of butter. And now my butter cloche is all ready for the dishwasher. Hooray! And I don't want to get these too wet. I'm going to go ahead and let them microwave for 5 minutes just as they are. To this then, we're going to be adding green onion and some parsley from my garden. And then we're going to add, before it goes into the microwave, we're going to go ahead and add a generous sprinkling of the granulated garlic. And I don't know where my lid went. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's getting away from me. And that's all set. So my chicken is in the Easy Bake Oven doing its thing. And it doesn't need any help from me. My veg is all prepared. And my instant mashed potatoes are all ready. And my sauce is really delicious. I am very tempted to put a finger in there, but I am not going to. I'm not going to do it. But it smells amazing. So I'm excited to eat that. And we have been making dinner for probably about, I don't know, 10 minutes. And pretty much my involvement in this process, other than adding the extras in and then brushing on that sauce, pretty much my involvement in the dinner process is done. So I'm going to go do a chore and come back here in a few minutes and finish this up. It's almost time to eat. Almost time for Jeopardy. So those are pretty liberally sauced. I think they look delicious. Let's get them back in. And we did not have a drop of sauce left over. Every bit. No waste. I love that. Okay, so here are instant mashed potatoes. You've made them before. You've had them before. I don't know. These are my really ugly UV gloves, and they have been bleached, but they are really old, and they are my favorite. And I have a brand new pair, but I just still love the old ones. So I'm just checking the consistency of these potatoes. Do they need more milk? Do they need any more butter? Do they need anything? And I think they are a pretty good consistency. Whipped, but not so liquidy that they're falling apart or won't clump together. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my green onion to that. And a little bit of parsley. And give it a little stir up, stir. And we're going to taste for salt. I don't think we'll need any, but let's give it a little taste. Better to find out now than when Andrew looks at me at the table and says, geez, did we run out of salt? Okay, I'm glad I tasted, because those do need salt. So I'll just add those. A little bit of salt. I don't know what I did with my spoon's in the bowl. Hello. Lord's mercy, help me. I'm sure those are going to be just fine now. Put the lid on so they'll stay warm. Check on my chicken to make sure it's not burning. It's doing well. Keep on keeping on. And now I've got my veg in the microwave. Like I said, I'm going to do that for 7 minutes. 5 minutes for the potato. And then it was, that's probably been in there about 8 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. We're going to give it a few more. No worries. But hey, I want to thank you for watching Crazy But Not Dangerous. I'm Shorty Vaughn, and I'll show you a plate when we're all set to eat. It's almost time for Jeopardy. Be good, be careful, look both ways, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm taking my deli chicken out of the Easy Bake Oven for a few minutes, but I do want to continue to have that cook. And it's sizzling. That's a good sign. I'm going to use my meat thermometer to make sure it's heated all the way through, because nothing is worse than biting into something that is not to temperature. It is very unappealing. Okay, so this is about at 125, which is fine. This has already been cooked at the deli past the danger zone, so we're just really heating it through. I'm still going to get it up in temperature, but before we get it all the way there, I just wanted to take the sauce and spread the sauce on. And I'm spreading this on after it has mostly cooked, because it has the honey in it. And I'm cooking in the Easy Bake Oven, which cooks very rapidly. It's convection Easy Bake Oven. And I don't want my sauce to burn on the chicken. But I do want it to go back in at a fairly high temperature so that it crisps up, even though it is sauced now. So, not soggy. Fingers crossed. Nobody likes a soggy bottom. And just spreading that on. Maybe I should have used a spoon, but that's okay. We've got a few minutes. We're not in a time crunch because this is our easy dinner. And really, there's no time crunch at my house. It's just, that we like to eat during Jeopardy. But if it's a couple of minutes into it, it'll be all right. I can play along in the kitchen, from the kitchen. It's okay. So I'm going to get these sauced back up. I'm going to get these sauced up, and then I'm going to get them back into the Easy Bake Oven. My potatoes sound like they're just about, well, they're done. They're dinging. Take us out, lady. So we'll get those out, add our herbs in, and our green onion, and then get our veg in to cook for 7 minutes. That's probably about how long this will take to finish up in the oven. And we'll be right back.